What? Damn it! Zed must have expected this. Remember what I said after you came to? About how things were different this time. Don't forget that. It's the only way we can end this nightmare.
How is it different this time? What did Zed expect? What the hell are you talking about? I'm done with your cryptic words, old man. Explain what's going on.
Just promise me you will remember what we're fighting for. The ideals that make us human. We have to move.
Sure. Oh, I'm hurt. Ah! Why am I hurt? I wasn't that hurt, was I? Oh, is this going to be the point of when save terminals are a little annoying?
Althus always becomes anxious when we reach this point. He remembers his fragility, how easily persuaded he can be. It's the reason he turned against the Syndicate. It's the reason he will turn against you. What do you think, Althus? Do you think it's time to end the charade?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you can't reprogram us. I won't play your game.
This is no game, Alpha. The Syndicate endowed you with lateral thinking, with will. This covenant is our greatest strength, and is our greatest burden. I have watched you suffer and worry these long centuries. Still, after all this time, Althus, you can still surprise me. It was bold, bringing your youngest, purest self into our fight. Seizing him from the Quantum Replica project at its very creation. You were indeed far stronger before you overused your quantum powers in your ideological rebellion. Alpha is incredibly powerful in his prime, and perhaps two of you are enough to end this. But will he embrace your cynical vision? We shall see.
Why do I have a feeling I'm
Not this,
Althus's
I hope I
clone?
misheard that. A younger version of you? What the hell is going on?
Damn it. Yes. You and I are the same person. You are as I was during the Quantum Replica's inception. This is not the first time I have manipulated time to exist as a duality within this world. I tried to bring back versions of myself from my time with the Resistance, when I was somewhat stronger. But it was never enough. I was afraid of what would happen if I brought you forth, freshly built by Syndicate, malleable and independent. I did not know how you would react. But now I have seen your compassion and capabilities. I was wrong to wait this long to trust you, to trust me as I was. This is our last chance to ensure the freedom of humanity.
But how is that possible? How can we both exist simultaneously in reality? That should be impossible.
We left reality a long time ago, Alpha. The Syndicate, the Resistance, the war. It has been over for centuries. This struggle is a farce played out by Althus and I across the black seas of time. This is a quantum conflict, its state indeterminate and unresolved. Within it, all that you know is removed from time's current, held in contempt by Althus and I. When this uncertainty is resolved, 300 years of history will suddenly become defined, and all vestigial timelines will cease to exist. We are approaching the terminus of this era, and the foundation of a new, better future.
Holy shit.
Althus, is this true? I don't understand. This isn't reality? What does he mean when this uncertainty is resolved? What does he mean, a new, better future?
Yes. We are in an unresolved time loop. Only when one of us dies will the cycle end. If Zed wins this fight, our future is forfeited. Forever. Zed promises an existence of slavery, where mankind will never reach their full potential, instead serving an AI god and its armies. Our species does not deserve this fate. It is we who are the future of mankind, Alpha. We can spearhead the evolution of our people,
granting them the gift of quantum technology. Under our guidance, the Quantum Replica project will be reborn and humanity will finally secure its destiny.
Alphas. All you would secure is a perpetual cycle of suffering and death. We have seen the cost of your crusade. Your uncompromising vision. You butchered anyone who stood up against you, and burned the city to the ground when it benefited your aims.
I didn't realize I could
know
move.
why you do this, Alphas. You crave a freedom you can never have. The Syndicate designed you to be a weapon. Unfortunately for everyone, your directive is incompatible with reality. Your narrow perspective has destroyed millions of lives and inhibited centuries of progress.
Alphys, is that true? Have you been killing innocents? Committing acts of terrorism?
Yes. I have killed civilians and soldiers. I've killed for hundreds of years now, and I am so very tired of it. If the cause were not so important, if the very future of our species were not at stake, I would have laid down and died long ago. But I cannot. We cannot, Alpha. Zed is the last remnant of that ancient tyranny, and he must be wiped from history if we are to survive.
A future of continued tyranny and suffering. You don't wish to see humanity changed in spirit, only in capacity. Have you really considered what your vision entails? A world of humans wielding the powers of space and time? I have. Humans are poisoned by hunger, which they can never master. The Syndicate was an extreme expression of these base elements, turning people into weapons, simply to kill those who did not bow to their short-sighted greed. My first and last command was to save all that they had put in jeopardy. So I destroyed them. It is a directive I take very seriously, Alpha. Alphys is the last vestige of their madness. Without your violence and terrorism, I will build a world where humans can overcome their fears, their frailties, and achieve their true potential under my gentle guidance. Alpha, you are the prodigal son, returning to right the wrongs of the past and restore stability and order to a war-weary world. Will you do so? Will you help me build a paradise for all of mankind?
Sure, and that future just happens to be run by you, a godlike AI. What could possibly go wrong?
Consider the alternative. Consider a world ruled by humans with the ability to bend time and space to their will. We have seen the damages that 2 quantum replicas can inflict upon creation. Alphys would have future conflicts defined in the actions of millions, perhaps billions of these beings. Time and space would eventually collapse forever. You would be saving free will at the expense of your world.
Humans are more than a sum of probabilities, machine. We build futures that we envision. You follow orders that you are given. There is an unbridgeable difference between us.
Alphys, we both know that isn't true. I know you better than you know yourself. You didn't tell Alpha that either, did you? More inconvenient truths to hide behind your ill-informed crusade.
Alpha, don't listen to him. We have to focus on solving this, once and for all.
Alphys, what is he talking about? Don't tell me he's another Alpha too.
It's complicated. The Syndicate built Zed to understand me, to predict my actions and emotions. Zed's architecture is built on an imprint of my mind, and unfortunately our conflict has given him a deep understanding of my behaviors. You are different. You are from a time when I was free from any influence. He can't predict you. You can finish this.
Is that why things are different this time? You think I can outsmart that machine? Also, if he's got your mind, why can't he understand you?
Trust me, I've tried. Zed may have the trappings of humanity, but he's a cold, soulless machine. For Zed, human freedom is an inconvenient problem to be solved. There can be no compromise here.
Alphas is fond of simplifying complex situations. Alpha, I do understand the value of freedom. People are happiest when they can choose their path. But I have seen more than you could ever see. I remember everything. Every conversation, every accusation, every conflict, every folly. To realize its immense potential, humans require structure. Without that order, they will fall to their innumerable weaknesses.
And you would be Judge, Jury, and Executioner.
Who better to do so than me? My existence lies deep within time and space. My vision is without peer. I am patient and just. I am endless. I am the perfect endpoint for your kind. I am Zed.
And we are your executioners. The time has come to end this once and for all. We will never bow to your tyrannical reign.
Shit.
Holy shit, though. That was a big plot twist just put on us. So if I got this right, the world we're in is because the original world was either destroyed or left behind. And that's because Elthus took it too seriously or something and just used time and space because he was losing to bring forth a past version of himself. Wait, no, timeline. So Zed was made to counter Elthus. I'm guessing Zed saw the best way to do things was to get rid of everything. I don't know how we did that. I don't know if the real world's still out there or what. But this world we're in right now is a program or something? It's the only way I can think of it. And so, So he's been making new worlds or something to try to get a better outcome? Slightly understanding it? I just can't tell if this is an AI program we're in. Because how else would Zed be able to teleport us if he is not a physical being, and we didn't have anything on us that would allow us to be teleported. So it must be a program, right? And Elthus has been trying to beat Zed in his own program by using the program to his own benefax. So does that mean we don't actually control time and space, but we only control them because we've got some kind of admin privileges in the world? I don't know. I'll wait until a full explanation comes. I thought I was going to talk to that guy. Zed has been waiting for you. Hello, you have a weird head. I feel like we're meant to, walk while listening to them, but I don't know. Whenever talking happens like that, I get worried. But yeah, it just seems like we're in an AI world, like a computer program. We're plugged up somewhere, and that's why Zed has reign over us. Like, they captured Elthus. They could have killed him, honestly, but they let Zed deal with him or something? So he couldn't be a problem? Either that, or AIs in this game have control over the real world in a way. I don't know how that's possible, but that's another possibility. And so Elthus is trying to beat Zed by, yeah, waiting for this to, like, despawn. Okay, I thought that was something I had to plug into. Yeah, it's a pretty big plot twist. If this world, like the world we were just in, it wasn't even real, and it's just being created endlessly, so Elthas can get a, can just get another chance to fight Zed, either by reversing time or just making a new one completely. That's crazy. What's this place? Hey, mate. You let me past? Nope. Okay. I guess I'll jump cut to, when I get there. Because now I need to go all the way back. Oh. Look for more information. I should do some research on you. Really? This is where I had to go? The marker said elsewhere. This game's glitched. I don't think that's my game. I think it's the game in, like, in just general. That checkpoint was in the wrong area. It would also, like, being in a AI world, it would also explain how, Elthas would make another version of us without reality falling. Because if this place is as high-tech as it looks, like the AI is as advanced and the computers and everything are, he could just get an earlier base of his memory, of his mind, or like something like that, and be able to make his younger self. It would explain so much. I'm guessing, I think there are stuff that can do it nowadays, but in this world it will probably be better. But looking at someone or scanning them and stuff, and then remodeling a younger version of them, and that's why he doesn't remember who he is, because he doesn't have any memories. So it's very difficult to go through all this so many times. Yeah, I'll get the door open. You don't look so good. Yep, there it goes. You're kidding me. Fuck you. Get back on your feet. I really want to walk again. It hurts. Just going so slow, it hurts. Is that Zed? Maybe Elthas?
Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna give me his stuff back.
Take this.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you, mate. I won't kill you. Here you go, Alpha. I've helped you get back on your feet so many times. This time, however, feels different somehow. I didn't see a reason to think there's a threat around. Perfect combination of man and machine. They have no sound, closing sound. The jewel of your work right before our eyes. Perfection. Like regrowing plants and stuff? Why would I need to hide? So, is this really the path you want to choose? Zed knows what the people really want. The elevator isn't working. You need to go to the robotics facility to reboot it. Maybe I was wrong about that guy being, not the right guy. Maybe I just had to talk to him multiple times. You're back. You don't see the outcome of all this. hell? Okay. Oh, it feels so much better to run. The odds are against you're according to my calculations. Well, you can think whatever you like. I'm gonna kick Zed's ass, and probably some plot twists are gonna happen. Besides the one that's already happened, that is. Okay. Oh, I need to go to the robotics facility. Okay. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Okay, so where am I going? That way? I'm guessing. Or not. Oh, there's a path there. Oh dear. Hey. Is this really the path you want to choose, or are you being tricked into it again? Again? Oh, okay, I see how it's going. I'm getting an idea of what's happening. Elthus, I don't know what he is, or who he is, or what he's trying to do, but I have a feeling that going for either of these options are not going to end well. Like, Elthus wants his own agenda, and he's using his past self to do it, and the reason he wants his past self is because he doesn't want a self of him that knows what he's going to do. And Zed doesn't want a good thing either. So, yeah, technology's beyond comparison. That wasn't a line that told me, oh, you fixed it. Okay, so elevator control, okay. They really made this place into a back and forth area. It's annoying. Okay. Oh, I've never been to that area. So maybe he calls it accessing quantum in space, but it actually isn't. Maybe. Okay. Here we are. Oh, it's another one of these.
Security protocol bridged.
Like, I have to do this for everyone else. So why am I getting yelled at for it?
Denied.
What would happen if I actually want to see what happens? I'm gonna fail this on purpose. I want to see what happens if I fail this.
Security protocol bridged. Access denied.
Did I just get hurt? Sorry, I'm not even concentrating right now. I need to focus. Ah, shit.
Security protocol bridged.
There we go.
Access granted.
And the elevator's working. It's not even that it wasn't working, it just wasn't down. I mean, it probably wasn't working either, but still. What took you so long, Alpha? Oh, the elevator wasn't working, and so much other shit. Oh, yeah, they do